We're keeping it easy. We're doing COPYCAT Chick-fil-A sandwiches. These chicken breast fillets from Aldi supposedly taste exactly like Chick-fil-A chicken, so we're going to use that along with these buns we got from the Dollar Tree for 50 cents. I'm going to use my freeze-dried pickle chips, and then I guess everybody else is going to use regular. I just kind of thought that'd be a neat little twist, little crunch. We got our Polynesian sauce and our Chick-fil-A sauce. We're going to do the chicken breast in the air fryer. Let's get started.
So we're using the air fryer for the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Also doing some vegetables in the oven. Do chicken on high for 10 minutes each side. And then we went ahead and put cheese on them. And then put them on buns with some pickles and some sauce. And it was great.
Tonight we're going to do shortcut lazy chicken enchiladas. We're going to use a rotisserie chicken that we got from Costco for under $5. For the sauce, we're using some chipotle sauce and a little can of tomato sauce. We're going to use our homemade seasonings that Corey made that has cumin, smoked salt, and we've got half of an onion we're going to use up. We have some Julio seasoning, some garlic, some sliced cheese from the deli. We've got some tortillas right here, and we're going to use some Mexican oregano and some chili powder. So basically these are roll-ups, but they taste just like enchiladas. They're delicious. Stick around. Let's see how we make these. We're going to just start out by chopping up some onion. Corey wanted raw onions, and I like mine sauteed. So he just put a little bit of oil in the pan, and we're just going to get these going on the stovetop. Just going to season these, lightly coat them with the oil. Doing about a tablespoon of garlic. Now we're going to go in with the chipotle sauce. Next we're going to go in with the tomato sauce. And give that a good stir. Make sure it's all incorporated. I forgot to mention that he took the onions out. He didn't want them to get overdone. Okay, now we're going to put in the Mexican oregano. In goes the chili powder.
New Mexico chili powder. A tablespoon of that.
Tablespoon? How about with the Mexican oregano? How much was that?
Probably about 2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons. Alright. And this stuff is good enough to drink. I'm telling you, it's so good. Here is our all-purpose seasoning that Corey made. What all's in it, Corey?
It's got garlic and herb, comino, or cumin, and sea salt.
Nice.
Smoked sea salt.
Okay.
So, I usually cook this down about 20 minutes or so, because if you taste it right now, you'll taste the powdered chili. You know, you can taste that powder taste. But if you cook it down, it's kind of like when you're making a roux with flour and butter or flour and oil. You cook it down to get rid of the flour taste. We're doing the same thing here. This is a very simple enchilada sauce. Very good.
So good.
Or you can go to the store and buy a can of enchilada sauce.
No. This is way better.
Okay, now I'm going to assemble my little microwavable enchilada on a flour tortilla. So I'll get cheese. Then I'll get some chicken.
He's using the white meat. That means he's making my roll up.
That's right.
He's a dark meat guy, and I'm a white meat girl.
So we're going to throw it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and then we'll bring it out and put the sauce on it.
This is our secret weapon. This Julio's will change your life. Okay, so you microwave this roll up for about 30 seconds. We're just going to fold it up. Then we're just going to add a scoop of the enchilada sauce.
Go from side
Okay,
to side.
now we're going to add our onions.
All right, you can do the taste test.
I can't believe you can whip this together in like a couple of minutes, with the exception of sauteing the sauce. This tastes like homemade enchiladas that you slaved all day. They're delicious. 2 thumbs up. It's real smoky and doesn't it taste like somebody like our abuelo just slaved in the kitchen all day?
That's great. I love it.
And that's a shortcut version of it, guys.
Simple. Very simple.
Very simple, and a good way to trick your family and your loved ones into thinking you worked really hard when in reality you didn't.
We're going to make one of our favorites, KALUA pork.
Yum.
On the crock pot. I don't know if you've ever done it in a crock pot. We usually do it on the smoker with banana leaves, but no banana trees, they all froze, and the smoker, I need to work on it too, so we'll do it in a crock pot. So it's very simple. You got a pork shoulder roast. Good deal is Kroger's has been having these on sale like once a month for 97 cents a pound, I think.
Something like that.
This is a 7-pound roast for $7. Can't beat that. It's just 2 simple ingredients. I'm using Himalayan sea salt and liquid smoke. So what we want to do here is just get some holes in the pork so the salt and the smoke can penetrate. And I'm going to do a little liquid smoke on this side.
And even though this is only 2 ingredients, this is literally one of the most flavorful meals you'll ever eat.
Yeah,
now if you can flip it.
Wonderful.
And you got me into the... Well, actually, because we've been to Hawaii a few times, but this is so barbaric looking. I'm very sorry, but you actually made it as one of our first meals when we first started dating. I believe you made this. I'd never heard of KALUA pork before. And yeah, we used to have a couple of banana trees out back, and
inject it in there. But I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna experiment with this. So a lot of videos of people using. I'd say that's not that much really. I'd say this was a new bottle, so I'd say I used about 3 tablespoons maybe.
Okay.
A little more. 7 pounds. So I'm sure it's going to take about 7 or 8 hours.
After about 7 hours on low, the meat was ready to get out and shred up. We just added some more juice to it, and then we worked on our cabbage that we toasted in sesame seed oil, and we had some day-old rice that we put on the plate. This all goes together. It's a typical Hawaiian dish. Absolutely delicious. Then I decided to shred up some of the seaweed. They usually wrap the pork in this in Hawaii. I added some toasted sesame seeds, and voila, doing the taste test, and now I'm going to do my happy dance.
Okay everybody, so what we're doing now with the KALUA pork we did yesterday, we are going to make KALUA pork fried rice, and we're going to put it on the freeze dryer. It's very simple. I cooked some rice yesterday, some day-old rice, like works best for fried rice. Got some sesame oil, toasted sesame oil. I'm gonna saute the cabbage in. So we saute the cabbage, we'll add some eggs, we'll mix that together, we'll put the rice in it, we'll season it a little bit, soy sauce and stuff, sesame seed, and then we'll put the pork in it. So.
Here's Corey getting ready to load the trays for the freeze dryer.
Alright, so I got the rest of the KALUA pork. I'm gonna go ahead and just freeze dry this as, you know, just pork by itself. Okay, let me show you guys something that I bought. And I bought a kind of like mistake. Here's these smaller dividers for these trays. So you can do like individual meal things. Well, I got them and it was only for 1 tray. And I'm thinking, well dang, that's a bummer, how did I mess that up? then I thought, well, I got 3 trays. I only need the 1 divider in each tray anyway. So that, even with that, still only gives me 3 different sections.
Babe, you're a genius.
So I think with this, I'm thinking that's 1 serving, and this is another serving. So it's 2 servings. We'll go ahead and bag this as 2 servings in each bag. This one will be a little bit extra serving, and this will just be the pork. So stay with us. We'll be back in a little bit, and we're gonna get it on the freeze dryer. Wow, that was fast. Anyway, they're on the tray already. Check that out. So here we go with our portions. Here's this, the Kalua pork by itself, and then some fried rice. So we are gonna crank this baby up. Shut the valve, hit continue, and the only thing I'd say is I set an extra 8 hours on dry time because I have no idea when this is going to be done, and I don't want to be sleeping or at work when it starts to finish up, so I usually set it at least 8 hours. So if I was home on the weekend, maybe 2 or 4, but 8 hours is my standard. Cool. Kalua pork fried rice.
Spit it out, babe.
So what you want is, when you fill your trays, you want it to be warm, not cold and frozen. So it went for 25 hours. But look, you get a snap, it just falls apart. That's the way it's supposed to be. And then the extra meat, look, just comes apart. But it'll rehydrate fine. I know it's kind of a freaky thing, but if you're unsure about getting a freeze dryer, go buy a Mountain House freeze dried meal, one that you think you might like, and try it. When you do it at home, they taste way better than what you buy from Mountain House because they're mass producer and they don't use the best quality products. But everything we've done has turned out great. So I'm gonna bag this up, and we'll have some Kalua pork fried rice when we go camping next. So I put some cherry cola rub on the ribs. It smelled really good. And then some apple cider, 4 cups of that, a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, about a 1/3 cup of barbecue sauce. Then I mix it up, put the ribs in. Then I pressure cooked it on high for 10 minutes, or 25 minutes, I'm sorry. So they came out, then let it steam for about 10. Pulled the ribs out, brushed them with some good old hickory smoked barbecue sauce. And then I'm going to throw them in the oven on roast for 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. That caramelizes that barbecue sauce. It gives it a good like barbecued or smoked flavor. So I did that, like I said, for about 10 minutes. Pulled them out. They looked great. The barbecue sauce was caramelized. They were falling off the bone. Tasted really good. And it's pretty simple and pretty easy if you don't have it. It's something you can do for an evening meal. So these were pretty simple, guys. Like you said, it took like only 25 minutes, and then put them in a broiler for about 10. The sauce is, kind of crystallized or caramelized, I'm sorry. But
Fall off the bone, huh?
They just fall apart. Melt in the mouth, literally. It's so good.
Awesome. I think these dogs will be willing to take the bones off your hands when you're done. All right.
Very good.
So do we get the Corey thumbs up?
Right.